Hello, today I'll be reviewing another Rush album, and the album is Permanent Waves. Now, with this album, it was their first album entering the 80s, and the album saw them get commercial success with songs like Spirit of Radio and Free Will. But yeah, sometimes this album is considered one of their best or a personal favorite, or one of the personal favorites for some fans. For me, it's maybe a personal favorite for me. Not my favorite album by them, but definitely among their best. Maybe top five. Maybe my fifth or fourth place or something like that. But either way, definitely a classic. So let's go ahead and get into it. The album starts off with The Spirit of Radio, and this was, of course, one of the singles off the album, and it did commercially well for the band. But yeah, I really like the main riff of this song, and I do like that reggae part around the 4 minutes and 5 seconds mark, somewhere around there. And I thought that was an interesting add-in into this song. But yeah, musically, an all-around pretty catchy song and a great way to start off the album. But next we have the song Free Will, and this is another song that's big for the band and definitely one of the more hooky songs on the album. Now, it is a song that I've heard a lot of times, or probably more than I needed to, but either way, I still think it's a catchy song and still holds up fairly well, too. The album as a whole, I'd say, still holds up fairly well, but Free Will, overall, a pretty catchy song. But then we get to Jacob's Ladder, and this song has some pretty interesting musical passages, and even there are some moments throughout the song, such as at the beginning or first minute or so, that kind of feels a bit cinematic, theatrical, however you want to put it. And I do like those moments of the song, and I like it when bands try to sound a bit more cinematic, theatrical in a way, make the song feel like you're maybe like watching a movie trailer or something like that. But yeah, overall, definitely one of the most musically interesting songs on the album, I'd say. And it is one of the more longer songs on the album, but I think the song does enough to keep you engaged as you're listening. And yeah, overall, a pretty cool song, I'd say. But next we have the song Untra News. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly. I probably didn't, but feel free to let me know the correct pronunciation in the comment section below if you know. But this song kind of feels like the circumstances of this album. Of course, the song from Hemispheres, a song that's not talked about as much as the rest of the album. And you can maybe say the same thing for the next song, maybe, arguably, but this song, kind of a standard rocker from the band, but all around, not a whole lot to say about it. It's not one of my personal favorites on the album, but I do like it, though. It does have some pretty solid riffs to it. Not the most complex song on the album, but I do like it, though. But next we have Different Strings. This song's a bit more melodic, a bit more moody, and definitely a unique song on the album. If I remember correctly, it's the shortest song on the album, but I think the song has some pretty strong melody, and yeah, I've grown to like this song more and more with time, and yeah, it's maybe one of my favorites on the album. Maybe, but yeah, overall, the song has pretty strong melody, and it's a song that I still return to today, actually. But next, we finally get to the album closer, Natural Science, which is honestly maybe my favorite song on the album, and maybe one of my favorite Rush songs, too. This is another song on the album that I've grown to like more and more with time. Maybe one of my favorite epics from Rush, to be honest. I love this song. I've grown to love this song more and more, and musically, just all around a pretty interesting song. You have your moments that are a bit more melodic, such as at the start of the song, and then you have your more heavier moments, such as, if I remember correctly, around the 2 minutes and 45 seconds mark, you get some riffs over there that are pretty heavy, at least for Rush. And yeah, I don't know what it is about this song, but every time I listen to Rush, at least lately, this is one of the songs I usually go to. And yeah, I mean, the song is a little over 9 minutes, if I remember correctly, and kind of like with Jacob's Ladder, I think the song does enough to keep you engaged in the song and doesn't bore you or anything like that. All around, a pretty strong way to close off the album, and again, maybe my favorite song on the album. I, again, absolutely love this song. I can't talk enough about how much I love this song. It's probably maybe top 10 Rush song for me. Absolutely love it, and again, great way to close off the album. But if I had to give this album a rating, I'm jumping between either an 8.5 or a 9 out of 10. overall, a pretty strong album from Rush, and an album that still holds up today and is, of course, a classic. But anyways, let me know your thoughts on the album. Do you love it? Do you hate it? How's it compare to their past work and their later work for you personally? And all that good stuff. But anyways, thanks for watching. Leave a comment and a like, subscribe. Have a nice day, and take care.